Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today, we're reading for March 25th, 26th, and 27th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, you know that I'm going to use my Radley Valentine deck. Here's my Angel Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull in my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle deck, and I'll pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for the introduction, which this is the introduction, I will use my Waite Rider, and I will pull one, maybe more, from my Osha Zen Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. So nothing is really retrograde right now. So you would think that things would be really calm. Oh, by the way, I am an intuitive psychic. An intuitive channeler, I would say. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message. So like all the planets, especially for Mars, everything in Mars, the planets are all going direct. Most of February, all of Mars, and then most of April until the 28th. The planets have all been going direct. So you would think, well, that's okay. That's pushing forward. Well, the thing is, the planets get close to each other. You know, we've talked a little bit about Venus and Mars. And the one I didn't really talk about too much, and this has been going on since, I would say, the beginning of March, I think until the 27th, is that Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces, and Mercury in Pisces. Well, Neptune and Pisces have been, pretty close together, and then Mercury and Pisces, they've all gotten very, very close, especially, I would say, maybe the 23rd through the 26th, and they're all in Pisces. And, Neptune is very dreamy, very, which really works well with Pisces. Jupiter is hopeful, thing of, great fortune, good luck, which also works well with Pisces. Mercury's a little bit of the troublemaker, but he's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to go along with it. I want things to happen. I want wonderful things. Let's move with that too. The thing is, though, they're getting very close together at this point. And like all roommates, it's kind of like, visitors and fish. After 3 days, they start to stink, need to move out. Anyway, Mercury's getting a little antsy. We've all been, and Mercury is about communication, and it's like, okay, I want wonderful things, but I'm really getting very stressed, and I'm not hearing what I want. I'm not, things aren't developing the way I want them to develop. And on the 27th, I move into Aries, and Aries is going to make things happen for me. So Mercury has some really interesting things. Mercury in Aries, communication, electronics, still going direct. But it's really going to be a little bit more powerful. So Mercury will get messages out. We might hear messages. We might have some communication. I don't know. Could we have communication problems? Well, we've got all those solar storms that are happening, so that could happen too. So it's just a very interesting time. And then next week, we've got some stuff with Aries, Saturn, and a little bit further down, Mars in with Saturn also. So I kind of feel like we might have with Venus, this is for next week, or the beginning of the week, so if I don't talk about it, I kind of feel like Venus in their conjunction with Saturn, and they're all in Aquarius. Remember, I feel like there could be some revelations on the relationship side, and there could be some trust issues going on. So we'll see what happens with that. But this time, just your communication, like I said, on the 27th, Mercury goes into Aries. It's going to be a little bolder. It's going to be more, upfront. And right now, Mercury, Neptune, and Jupiter and Neptune, they're kind of like, hey, chill. And Mercury's just like that little grain of sand in your shoe. That really is just bothering the heck. So I feel some not anxiety, I feel some agitation. I just feel like, come on already. Okay, let's see what we have going on. I have been shuffling my Waite Rider, or my Rider-Waite cards. And it was interesting, I was doing this yesterday and I kept pulling up the same cards, which were rather, I don't know, disturbing or liberating. So let's see if we pull out the same cards. I won't tell you what they were, But let's see if I do pull out the same cards. So what's happening for the universe? What can we talk about with the universal energies? Here we are. Glasses so I can see. Take a moment. Please like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. Got that out of the way. So I'll say it again at the end too. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And remember, like I said, this is the introduction. I will put a timestamp in the description so you can bypass if you're ascending, rising, moon, Mars, Mercury, who did I miss? Venus, any of those that you know, in your natal charts, if you have those in there. Okay, let's see what we've got going. First card is, well, that one kept coming up yesterday too. The Hermit. The Hermit, and my nose is itching. The Hermit is a 9. 9 has, you have all the information you need. Wrap it up. Let's get things done. The Hermit is about taking a step back. Is about, again, I'm always going to be talking about connecting with your higher power. This is a major arcana card, and whenever you see the major arcana card, it's a very spiritual card, and it's to kind of wake you up to what might be needed to be doing. Okay, the Hermit is, the Hermit's not a crazy person hiding in a cave. The Hermit is taking a step back, looking for his light, looking for his guide, looking for what is my next step, where am I supposed to be going. Connecting again, meditating, praying with the higher power, guardian angels, whoever that is for you. So let's see our next card. Okay, I like this one. This showed up a couple of times yesterday, but not a whole lot, not as much as the Hermit did. The King of Pentacles. Now, you know that whenever I talk about the court cards, they all have underlying energies. Page's underlying energy is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Knight's underlying energy is fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Cup's underlying energy is, so that was the Knight. Queen's underlying energy is Cups, which is your Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And then we have King's underlying energy, which is Sword or Air, which is Aquarius. So that, that might be going on for next week. But it's also Gemini, and it's also Libra. So we have the underlying energy is our air energy. It is very focused, very much planning. Air energy is making your plans, seeing the pathway, seeing what you need to do. Very, very linear type of thinking, but very brilliant type of thinking. Pentacles, though, so this is a king that really can see what the next steps are. But Pentacles is that earth energy, again, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And that is about your, your money, your job, your career. The King of Pentacles is could be a very professional person. It could be a person in leadership, a person that has to deal with money. It could also be a subject matter expert. So there's something going on between the two here, the Hermit and then the King of Pentacles. Not quite sure where we're at with this. But the King of Pentacles does provide for many. Okay, next card is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor was also there a lot yesterday, too. The Emperor is, again, a major arcana. It is a 4. 4 has a, basically, it is leadership, organization. It also has some stability to it. Now, the Emperor has a couple of different types of feel. The Emperor and the King, okay, you would think of them as peers, but the Emperor has a little bit more of a power, has more power. The Emperor has, a lot of times to me, is more of the masculine side of the divine, of the source. Now, the Empress brings a lot of the feminine side, and the Emperor brings a lot of that masculine side. There is ruler here. There is a very sharpness. There is a very much a judgmental energy here, but yet at the same time it is based upon understanding too. So there's something going on this weekend. These two, this one is about money. This could be a doctor, lawyer. This could be somebody also in politics. It could also be a subject matter expert. This one, I get a very ruling type of energy. We have the Hermit. The Hermit has to step away. The Hermit has to connect to higher power. I am feeling like I need to pull 2 more cards, so let's see what else we might have. Sneaky Snake did come up a couple of times yesterday. Not a whole lot. I would get more of the Seven of Swords, but Five has change energy. This is sneaky snake. This is kind of watch out. Not everybody can be trusted. This one came up a lot, the Three of Pentacles. This was provision. Three has power. Three has, the power of three. It's also celebration, creativity. This was getting provision, but this was going to ask for provision, and somebody that was in authority, possibly the Pentacles or the King of Pentacles or the Emperor, was providing. But this was provision. But there was sneaky snake. Sneaky snake, we just got to watch out for that because there's things going on. And this could go into what I was talking about the next week, where I'm saying that there could be some trust issues. Okay, next card is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, very powerful, very positive, very much I am going into a better place. And again, Knight's underlying energy is fire, so it's passionate. And Cups is our water energy. So it's also very fluid, but it's also very powerful in its I want what I want, what I want. Okay, so the cards I've been looking for did not pop up, so I'm really happy with that. Let's see what we have, though. These three did come up a lot. This one came up a lot, too. The Seven of Swords was the one that was really, really coming up, and I kind of feel like the Seven of Swords is sneaky snake a little bit on steroids. It's a little bit more. It's like this one's just kind of waiting and seeing, and again, sneaky, 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 where the Seven was very actively sabotaging. So, didn't come up. I'm okay with that. So let's go on here and see what we have to see. Awareness. Guilt. That one kept coming up. Maturity. I like them. They are all reversed. Reversed has a stronger energy to me, so let's pay more attention. The awareness. Now we are into Aries season. We have passed that time with the veil, with spring. Now it was interesting. I know this is just one of those anecdotal information, but it is interesting that in the Julian calendar, March 25th was the day of the equinox. So just to say. So here we have a 7. 7 has the divine umbrella, divine intervention, divine interference. This is an awareness. This is, and remember, I look at Osha Zen Tarot more as words of advice. So this is to increase our awareness. This is to break out of our cocoons. This is to leave the shadows behind. And as this veil, as this, whatever this is, membrane is being pulled apart, leaving behind the dark energy, the dark, the anxiety, the guilt. And if you look, the person has peace. And the person the person actually appears to be, just to be like, okay, I have a better understanding. Now, we have 8. 8 has unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities, but this is all about guilt. So what is it that we're going to be feeling? What is it we're going to be finding out? Well, who is it? Is there going to be someone that's going to be very guilty? Is it ourselves? Is it someone in the universe? But this is guilt. This is racking our brain. This would be kind of not necessarily your 9 of Swords, where 9 of Swords is just kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But this has that guilt energy. This has that, that looking back, looking at past deeds, looking at how we've come to where we've come to, and just not necessarily liking how our path was. We can change our path. We can change our where we are going, how we are connecting. Guilt. If you learn from guilt, or if you learn from situations that have stimulated your guilt, you will know then that guilt then becomes a useless emotion that you really need to not carry with you. But that's if you've learned from it. And yet, we have the next card, which is maturity. It does not have a number, which actually helps to tell us that we do learn. We do learn. So we've got some interesting energies. I'm very happy that we didn't get the energies that I was reading yesterday, because it was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with this one? And it was just an interesting read. So these are the things, basically, look around, come out into the light, see what actually is happening. Let let this guilt leave. It's only trying to hold you back. You can see these little hands are trying to really, keep this, whoever it is, it's trying to hold on to. So these, and remember, we're in the waning part of the moon, so it is a good time to release. There are flowers, there's a beauty beyond the guilt. And here we go into maturity, which means we are spiritually growing up, spiritually connecting. It's not just in our age per se, but it's in our spirituality that we need to, we need to do the connection. We need to basically come to a point where we know that many things we can't control. Some things we can. We can control how we react. And, sometimes we just need to take some deep breaths and say, this is what it is, and what am I supposed to do while I'm in this? So, interesting stuff. The cards I was looking for did not pop up, so I'm very happy about that, though it did mean that there was going to be something that was changing quite dramatically, and that's okay too, as long as it was in the positive. Okay, which it was, so that was a good thing too. Anyway, I will, hopefully this means something. I go back to this the most. We need to step back. We need to reconnect, but we also need to, regroup a little bit ourselves. Watch out for sneaky snake. Don't worry so much about the money situation. There will be provision. It might not be necessarily what we want. And remember, this is new opportunity. Nights are also new opportunities, but this is new opportunities in romance, also in love, and in passion, and in things that we find important. Okay? Okay. So why don't we start our readings, but again, to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We'll start now. And hello to my sweet Scorpios. How are you? Okay, there's some Scorpio energies going on, so you may find that you're a little bit more intense. It doesn't mean that you are, that you're negative or positive. It just feels like the emotions are more intense. So, cling to those positive emotions, cling to the light, and work through the darker ones. We all have light. We all have dark. Let your light be what people see and what you feel. It doesn't matter so much what people see as much as it matters what you are feeling. Okay, now the Knight of Earth just popped out. Knight's underlying energy is fire. Fire is our Aries, which we're in. It's our Leo and Sagittarius. It's passionate, burning, very determined. It's very committed energy. But the Earth energy, that's the underlying energy. The Earth energy is our Capricorn, our Taurus, our Virgo, money, job, career, new starts, or a resurgent of a new start, or it's a home energy too. Something very physical, something very tangible. So the Knight of Earth is really about a renewal of your job, a renewal of your, don't know who that is. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. I put my phone on vibrate, but somebody else left their phone in the room. Anyway, the Knight of Earth is really start being a little more committed to your job, to the task at hand, okay? The Knight of Earth is really about you, putting more effort into something that you have been wanting I don't know, I kind of get this growth energy. It could be because of the Earth. It's like you wanted something to grow. I'm kind of getting this if you have a business or if you're an independent contractor, putting more energy into doing your work, doing your job, doing what it is that makes you money. I kind of feel like your energies have been a little bit more scattered, and you're not doing your work. I'm going to tell you this, my Scorpios. If you've been really scattered by a lot of different types of, being pulled to different places, different energies, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be something that helps you financially. So the Knight of Earth is telling you to regroup, recoup, and get to work. Okay? Anyway, let's see. And put your focus on the task at hand. I'm getting really the task at hand. And I am not getting it as a personal energy. I'm not getting it as romantic. I'm getting it very much in that work, career, job arena. Okay. Loyal, dedicated, honorable, kind. And I know it's the weekend, so it's like, I don't want to work. Well, hey, if you've got some projects that are due, get them done. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. A guardian angel. Next card is the King of Earth. So the King of Earth's underlying energy is our sword energy, air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, thought processes, very wise. The King of Earth, though, is, again, earth energy. This is the subject matter expert. Didn't we have the King of Pentacles, I think, in the introduction? We might have. So take a look at the introduction. The King of Pentacles is that lawyer, that doctor, that professional person that actually knows a little bit more than what we know, or maybe a lot more than what we know. Is a subject matter expert. So it's kind of like where I'm really getting the devote yourself, and this could even be to your studies, but it's devote yourself to your work, your future, your work, your future. Become, this is where these two are really very connected. I know we don't have the Queen, but which would stand between. These two are very, very connected. They very much the masculine energies. It's very focused energy. And it's like, so this would be, you have to do certain things in order to get that promotion. Put your time and effort into that business. Your business will grow. This is that type of energy here. So the King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, practical. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. So this is not necessarily a time for you to go to a party. I'm not telling you not to do that because you can make some contacts with that. But this is a time to really focus on growing your business, growing your career, growing your, and because I do get the growing, I've been getting growing with the earth energies for these readings here, growing your financial also. Next card, reversed. Three of Earth. Okay, so you have all this earth energy. Threes, there's the power of three, there is celebration, there is creativity, and this is kind of doing something a little bit different, but being rewarded for it also. So this has did we have the Three of Pentacles in the first one? I'm not sure how that is. I'm not sure if we did or not in the introduction. But if you look at it, I do believe we had the King of Earth. This is doing things a little bit differently, but yet something that makes things stand out. So if you are, again, if you're starting a business and it's something that there is, like where I live, there's a lot of car washes being built or here, okay, just in the area that I live in. So if you're going to build a car wash, and I don't know why you need to know this, but if you're going to build a car wash, maybe you need to do something different. Maybe with your car washes, maybe you need to be, maybe you need to say, well, I don't know, we'll clean the inside, do something a little different to make you, and I'm getting more you, stand out from the rest, okay? So I'll go to the car wash that actually will do my cleaning inside my car rather than the one that I have to clean the inside of my car, okay? So you have to do something a little different. This is a time for creativity in your work. And again, I feel very strongly in how you make your money or what you put your efforts towards. But you have to do things a little bit differently so that you can stand out from the crowd, okay? The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. Now, I don't know who does car washes. If car washes resonate with anybody, but we do have a lot of them. And so whenever we have buildings, we're like, oh, what's going in? A new car wash? No. So, well, yeah, we do say that. So anyway, with that, you have to be a little different. You have to show your quality. You have to have high quality, but be a little different so that, people get their money's worth, okay? You have to show that. Not just that you provide that, you have to demonstrate it. That's really strong there. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, we have a 6. So we have a 3-6, a 6-3, 6 the number of man. Moving on. It's time. This is going to help to shift you. This is going to bring you to that promotion. This is going to is going to help you. This weekend is going to help you bring your business to that next level. Okay. It's going to bring you how if you're getting ready for, some people do their annual reviews. They do it like June. Sometimes they do it then. Some, whatever. But if you're having an annual review, if you're having a 90-day review, this is time. This is what you need to do in order for you to continue to move on. Now, it could be that you are moving on to this. Maybe this is where you want to be, and this will help you with that also. So moving on, leaving darkness behind. I love this. These are the leaves that are dying. These are leaves that are nice and green. There is a compass. There is moving from the dark into the light. Okay? So, but we are in the waning moon. I've been telling, I think I've said that in all the signs. So this is a time to release the stuff. This is a time for you to refocus on your work. Again, creativity. What can you do that makes you stand out? Okay, this one popped. Azurite. Interesting. That came up just recently after not being seen for a while. All about divine guidance, stillness, new connection, astral travel. So my Scorpio, this might be very, very helpful to you. Okay. My Scorpios, this is, again, you got to focus on the work, focus on the task at hand. And there's a lot of movement with that, because when you do that, my Scorpios, a lot of people, you push through. You push through. Okay, take a moment, my Scorpios, to like, share, subscribe, click on that bell for notifications. As always, my Scorpios, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.